Hello there and welcome back to another edition of the Hot Lab Classic Remastered. This time I take a look at the 1991 Acura NSX. Our first Acura NSX to take on the course, one of two in the GT2 Plus mod. You might be thinking there's more of those in the NTSC version, and you'd be right, but they've been cut out because they weren't actual cars and they've been given back to the Honda dealership because there was no such thing as the NSX Type S Zero in the Acura version. There might have been more sort of modified versions. I think there was eventually a Type S or some sort of sports model, but that came later on. Anyways, this car, 91 Acura NSX, the granddaddy of them all, the birth of the everyday livable supercar. We've had the Honda version of this go round. This one is the same, but it's running racing modification because I thought as a PAL user it would be more interesting to see the Acura logos, which I'm not used to. Anyways, mid-engine rear-wheel drive, 401 horsepower, 1200 kilos. Statistics aren't too bad. Let's go ahead and get on track and see how this does. It is going to get 6 laps of the Motorsports Land track in order to set the best time it possibly can. Our current leader is the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 6 rally car, which had a time of 27.718. This is unlikely to beat that. Now, the 91 Acura NSX. Let's talk about this and the other NSX what went round. This car has a bit of an issue. Can you tell what it is yet? Well, I'll tell you. It is, of course, the return of everyone's favourite boogeyman, the 4-speed automatic transmission. Hell yeah. Yeah, if you've been watching the series for a while, you may know cars with 4-speed automatic gearboxes are not good in the grand scheme of things, unbelievably, because they are very sort of, yeah, the gear ratios are very long, which means you're never in peak power, and when you do reach peak power, you have to quickly change up. It's not good, basically. If a car has a 4-speed gearbox, it is the death of it getting a good lap time. Now, in the base version of this game, the Acura NSX is actually saved a little bit because polyphony sort of messed up, and it's the same with the 90 NSX as well. They messed up and basically gave it the statistics of the 97 NSX, which gets you a 6-speed manual and a little bit more power. And so in the base game, it doesn't really matter which NSX you go for. However, in GT2 Plus, go for the 97 because, yeah, this is, I don't know if Polyphony designed it to be one of the sort of booby trap cars, which do exist in this game. We've seen them go around this course a couple of times. It's stuff like, well, this NSX, although they did fail, a little bit like Rockstar when it comes to putting anti-piracy measures in games. They just sort of fail a little bit in the case of this. Yeah, we've seen it with this, we've seen it with the Mitsubishi VRG is probably the closest one, the Galant and the Legnum, which don't have any power whatsoever. So, yeah, there's a couple of these in the game. You've got to be careful what you buy, you never know. I suppose it's trying to teach you like real life, you know, there's good used cars and there's bad used cars, and in the case of this, even though this isn't a used car, this is definitely one that you should be doing your car vertical check on, or whatever proprietary software you decide to use. I've messed that up slightly, I will be honest. This is not great to drive. Unbelievably, right? You know, 4-speed automatic mid-engine car not being very good to drive. The racing mod doesn't help it. It really does not help this car whatsoever. It is going to be going slower than the Honda version, although admittedly I think it probably could go quicker, but I cannot, I can't get that out of there. Yeah, that is not very good to drive. Basically, TLDR, don't buy this one. In fairness, that lap time does look like I got everything out of this, but I know there's a little bit more because the NSX went a little bit quicker, unless Polyphony being sneaky may have made this one way more or something, I'm not sure. Anyways, 31.2 dead, that will place this into 132nd place. It beats, it splits the Nissan Fairlady Z version R and the version S 2x2s. Yeah, it is a little bit slower than the Honda version, 0.17 of a second, although that, because of the way this leaderboard is and how cramped it is, that does mean that the Honda is 15 places ahead of this one. So that's something. Other cars around here, it beats a Vectra and a Stratus and a Nissan Primera. It does get beaten by a Prelude and a rear-wheel drive R33, Tom's T111. Look, it's not very good. Alright, this is, as I mentioned, you avoid this one. The other NSXs we drive around here that have proper gearboxes are going to be good, but this one with the 4-speed slush box, forget it. Anyways, that is it for this episode. Thank you all very much for watching. Join me next time when I'll be driving something that hopefully does not have a 4-speed automatic gearbox. Until then, farewell.